It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're updated early on another fantastic Friday, and it's fantastic because you're up with us. My name is Mark Daniels.
And I'm Gabrielle Gardner, wishing a happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday, everybody. Happy October. We are in Breast Cancer Month awareness. We got the pink going on. Dav, you look so beautiful this morning.
Thank you. Yes, this is my Bahari Breast Cancer Awareness original dress, courtesy of, I have to shout out the Zamar group of companies. They outfitted all of the ladies of all of the entire group of companies. So every Friday, we've been rocking the pink. They actually kicked off this month with a mammogram party. I skipped that one because I'm having a baby. but it's really been a great time. And I just love to see, obviously breast cancer isn't something to be excited about, but I love to see the kind of support from corporate entities all across the Bahamas, to just help, because really early detection makes such a big difference for so many Bahamian women. I know so many survivors. There's survivors in my family, and so it makes such a big difference. So I'm definitely proud to be rocking my pink. What happened today?
So my pink is internal. If you look at the inside of my cheek, at the bed of my fingernails, that's all the pink I got.
Okay.
Okay, how about I rock in blue for prostate cancer awareness, to remind, man, once you hit 40, you got to go and get yourself checked out. Check out your PSA and make sure that you do regular checkups to make sure you're straight, man. Us men, we got to take care of ourselves, right?
Yeah, actually,
Bing.
further to the point, I've heard that prostate cancer is the easiest to treat if you catch it early. Like, you can actually have no problems. So just go to the doctor, gentlemen. Go to the doctor.
Everybody go get checked out for everything and make sure that you are good. And we're happy to be here on this wet and rainy Friday. If you've been around this week, you notice the weather is kind of shifted. We're getting some northerly winds. It feels like the coldness is coming. Is winter here?
I hope so, but it's always like a tease. You bring out the little sweaters, you're like, oh, it's nice and chilly, and then 2 days later, it's 100 degrees.
Hey.
So I'm a little skeptical.
I had a friend post on Facebook, says, it's starting to feel a little chilly, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, but Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy pre-Christmas! And before we go on, we want to send our condolences to the friends and family of Philip Galanis, who passed away this week. A giant in our nation, in our community, a nation builder, a seasoned politician, an accountant, a mentor, a friend. The things I've been seeing said about him this week from both sides of the floor in Parliament just shows what caliber of a man he is. The time that I did get to spend with him, he spoke very clearly, he spoke with conviction, and he just is a kind man. And so we remember him, we send our condolences to his friends and family, and we look forward to the next generation of leader who knows how to stretch across both sides of the floor and know what's important, and that's public service and being true to your word and to your people.
That's beautiful. I actually also want to send condolences to the family of Sidney Carroll. He's a member of our church who recently passed away very suddenly, and so we just want to keep them encouraged and in prayer.
And he is one of the big farming legends.
Yeah.
We can't let that pass over. Brother Corley, one of those who maintained his farm for decades, employed a number of people, taught people. He worked with a number of initiatives that were happening across the country. So we lost a big farmer. We lost a nation builder. Those are both nation builders. So we got to step up, everybody. We got to fill their mighty shoes. And we remember their legacy. And may you rise in power and your legacy live on through your works, your deeds, and your bloodline.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we got going on
what we doing
today?
today? Besides Gabrielle wearing this lovely pink dress, right? We are going to be talking to the Department of Marine Resources today, finding out what they got going on in the upcoming weeks. And we're also going to look at that segment for the Bahamas Culinary and Arts Festival coming up the week of October 22nd.
We're going to be talking about the Caribbean Baseball Cup. And we're also going to hear about Doctors Hospital's newest location. It feels like they're popping up everywhere, and that's wonderful to make life convenient for all of us. So we have a very exciting show in store for you today. But first, we're going to take a look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
This is Weather at Sunrise.
Thank you, Gabrielle, and good morning, Bahamas. In your first look at weather sunrise, we have a quasi-station frontal boundary across the Exuma area, and that's going to move up and down between New Providence and Exuma over the next couple of hours, probably into early tomorrow morning. And that's going to support some showers and thunderstorms, some of those showers becoming heavier at times, so thunderstorms severe at times. Also, it cause localized flooding. We also have some strong gusty winds, and so therefore we're asking small craft operators remain in through the weekend because of those hazardous marine conditions. But today, cloudy, windy, with scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms, some of those showers becoming heavier at times, thunderstorms severe at times over northwest and central Bahamas. Your high temperature 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, we're looking at partly cloudy to cloudy and breezy with a few nighttime showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm over the northwest and central Bahamas. Low temperature going under 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And some region highs and lows across the Caribbean, Barbados 91 and 80. In Jamaica, 94 and 79. In Trinidad, 92 and 76. On the Turks and Caicos Islands, 88 and 77. Across North America, Atlanta 70 and 45. In Boston, 60 and 38. In Miami, 82 and 76. Dallas, Texas, 82 and 55. And Toronto, Canada, 63 and 52. As we go through the week, we're going to have some improvement over the northwest Bahamas, but continued cloudiness and some showers, isolated thunderstorms over the southeast and central Bahamas. And we're going to watch that little system to the north, to the east of the Leeward Islands, and that's going to probably impact the Turks and Caicos Islands and the southeastern islands sometime by early next week. The temperature daytime will be in the mid-upper 80s daytime, at nighttime in the mid-70s. That puts you up in first look at the weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Godfrey. The Anchor Awards is coming up. What is that exactly? It is a time for us as a country and the Department of Marine Resources to celebrate those who have made a difference in our fishing industry and to celebrate the legends that we all know about. Here to talk with us this morning about that is our good friends, Kendia Smith and Irvana Moss. Tell us about the Anchor Awards. What's happening?
Well, the nominations are now closed.
Oh no, I was going to nominate myself. Remember the little snitch? The snitch.
Yeah, you could have. You missed it.
Tell me about the nominations. How's that been going?
Well, it went really, really well. I'm so happy that it went so well. We got about 179 nominations.
Wow.
Nominations ended on September 30th, and now the blue panel is activated. About next week, we will announce who the finalists are. But we're about to sell the tickets.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
That's
we're selling tickets. Tickets are now on sale. You can go to www.ticketflare.com/Anchor Awards. The tickets are $60 with VAT inclusive.
That's a good number. That's reasonable. That ain't enough, but we can settle for that, right?
Yeah.
Because we're there to celebrate such a grand occasion and such an important industry in our country. Tell us again why the Anchor Awards has been launched this year and why we're doing this.
Well, it's very important for us to honor our fishers, especially those that are compliant with our regulations and laws. Like you mentioned, this would have been the first time this type of ceremony is being held. And the theme is actually honoring legends of the sea. And that's exactly what we are trying to do here.
Fantastic.
Honor our legends.
So with some of the nominations that, the categories, remind us of the categories of people have been nominated for.
So we have persons nominated to be flat fishers. We have as well commercial fishers. We have sports fishing as a category as well. The Minister's Award as well as the Youth Award. So
And what's
that's
the
a
big prize everybody's gunning for?
Lifetime Achievement Award.
All right. And do we have a hint as to who's nominated or who that might be, or you got to be there that night? To find out?
Some of the persons that are nominated for that, I can really pull up the finalists. But Prescott Smith is definitely one of them. Keith Carroll is another. You could help me with the other two,
I'm
if you
trying to
could.
remember the other two.
But yeah, well,
Yeah.
those are some of the lifetime names.
Some big
that
fish.
we have. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so on the night of the event, what are some of the things we could look forward to? We're going to be celebrating fishers, talking about the industry, talking about the legends, but what are some of the other things that are going to be happening on the night?
Well, the night is going to feel like you are under the sea.
Under the sea.
Yeah, it really, we want to create some kind of ambiance where we feel that we are appreciating our oceans. Besides the ambiance, we'll have the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Band who will be playing. We have a performance from DMAC that I'm really excited about. It's going to be a really cool night, and then you're going to see just a short film of what fisheries is like in the Bahamas, why these men and women go out on the ocean and toil and get our favorite foods, our conch, our snapper, our grouper, and it's just going to be an amazing night.
I think it's just because fishing is not an easy job, even if you're going for fun. You know, you're not guaranteed you're going to pull something up. There's a lot of planning and resources that go into it, a lot of your personal money, and you're not always guaranteed to have that big catch. So we sometimes you take it for granted when a ship or a boat comes ashore and they have a bounty of marine resources for us to buy, but it takes a lot of efforts. We want to salute everybody who wakes up early in the morning before sunrise. They got their boat in the water and they are responsible fishers following the regulations, right?
Yeah.
All right. So the night of the event, how should I dress?
You should be black tie.
I mean, we underwater, so I was going to put on like my
007.
snorkel and like
You
a
should
wetsuit.
007. You should go totally 007. It is a black tie event. And that's why I think the tickets are reasonably priced for a black tie event. And we will have food and drink afterwards and dancing. And it's going to be a really good time. You get to dress up, spend $60 and have a really, really good time.
You get to dress up to throw down, right?
Yeah.
Again, when it comes to our fishers and celebrating them in this award, what are some of the, I guess I'm going to say misconceptions, what are some things people don't know about fishers and what they go through in their day-to-day life?
Well, like you mentioned earlier, it's definitely a lot of hard work and dedication. We have a lot of compliant fishers that come in to continue to stay regulated. That means that they would have to have the relevant licenses and permits. The paperwork behind all going out is also another side of things people are not aware of, and that can also make the whole industry a bit tedious. But again, we want to honor these persons who continue to be compliant and they, dedicated to their hard work. Whenever they go out, they do the right thing.
Yeah, right. So when I go and I pull up to Fish Fry, I can get me my steamed grouper and my conch snack and conch salad and these things that we love. Now, I know an event like this isn't easy to pull off by yourself. Are there any other sponsors or partners that are helping with this event?
So many of them. There are a lot of them. So we have Harborside Marine who also dedicated to us. Tropic Seafood is our major sponsor. They are our platinum sponsor, I believe. And Royal Caribbean, Bahamas Foundation. We have Sea Farmer, Boardwalk, Heritage Seafood, Brief, not Marlin, G&L Seafood. We have so many that I can't even name at the time. Bahamas Foundation definitely pulled their weight. And of course, BAMSI. I can't forget BAMSI. They were actually the first to say, yeah, we will sponsor you. And they're sponsoring both the Prime Minister's Youth Award and also the Flatfishers of the Year Award. The Lifetime Achievement is being sponsored by Royal Caribbean, and Tropic Seafood is doing the commercial fishing. So we couldn't have done this without the support of the seafood community, those who really fare the seas. And Royal Caribbean came on and said, this is what we're about, sustainable fishing. and making sure that we all enjoy the sea for many generations to come. So we want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. Well, that night I hope to name every last one of them, but we want to say thank you to those who have sponsored thus far.
Yeah, sounds like a large list. I want to get in there and sponsors. There's still room for other people who may want to contribute to the event?
Yeah, man.
How do they find out information about that?
Well, they can actually reach out to myself, or they can call Bamsey. Bamsey is really responsible for gathering most of the sponsorship money. But yes, we're still accepting sponsors, and even as little as $1,000, you can sponsor.
Every mickle, neck, a muckle.
Yes.
Who should come to this event? We know that the fishers are going to be there, their families, but who else should attend this event to support this wonderful occasion?
I would say, in addition to those persons you've already mentioned, anyone that's in the conservation community or our marine scientists, we also want those persons to be there, and the general public at large. Anyone that has had any type of seafood, you can be there. We're supporting our legends of the sea.
Yeah, be there if you're a person, once again, that enjoys access to seafood.
Right.
I'm happy that you mentioned marine biologists, marine conservationists, those
Right.
who've been working along with fishers for the past few decades to help spread information about marine protected areas, sustainable harvesting practices, and just continue their on-the-job training. We learn new things every day. There's always new techniques coming out, and it's great to see where the work of a scientist enhances the life, the work, the profitability, and the sustainability of the work of the fishers.
I mean, we are so blessed in the Bahamas, and our waters are beautiful, and you have people who just explore them. I just got a call yesterday that someone wants to do a shark sanctuary documentary. People from all over the world are coming to explore waters. We had astronauts looking down and saying, you know what, that's the most beautiful waters on the planet. And we have persons who, like you said, who spend their lives studying, learning about it, and also the fishers who feed us. The only export that we have is spiny lobster, which comes from the sea. So we have to pay homage to not only those who fed us, but those who also helped us economically as well.
And it's an exchange. The scientists, they teach the fishers, and the fishers teach the scientists, because they learn a lot from those who have been on the sea for many years. Tell us again the date, the time, and how I could get into this wonderful party called Anchor Awards.
Okay, the date is November 16th, okay, at Bahamas at 7 p.m. And you can go to Ticketflare/Anchor Awards and get your tickets. It is completely digital. $60, VAT inclusive, all taxes included, and that is how you get into the party. We will scan you in, much like many events nowadays, and we'll scan you in, and you'll have a wonderful time, I promise.
Party start. We'll be under the sea. Wear your all black. Bring your flippers, your snorkel, and your goggles. We're ready to celebrate. Thank y'all for being here again this morning. So excited about the Anchor Awards and celebrating everybody who's been nominated, everybody who's going to kick off this event to make it a successful one. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you,
Thank you for having me.
See y'all in November. Anchor Awards, everybody. Get your black tie. We'll see you there.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts.
I think we should open a bank account for Bradley.
Why? We already have enough bank accounts.
Well, the boy of age now, he should start learning how to protect his own money.
Protection. At a bank? we can protect our money right in our house.
Mommy, banks have deposit insurance. It'll protect all of your deposits if a bank fails, all the way up to $50,000.
We have deposit insurance?
Yes, by simply opening an account with a bank or credit union that's a member of the Deposit Insurance Corporation. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if the bank or credit union fails, right? But don't worry. Payouts to depositors will be made promptly.
Insurance is important, and your Bahamian dollar deposits are protected by the Deposit Insurance Corporation.
Okay. Let's go open that account.
To learn more, visit our website at www.dic.bs for more information.
Man, I thought retirement would have slowed you down.
It's the island life, son. Living in paradise.
Must be nice. Can't wait until it's my turn, if that day ever comes.
My financial planner has provided me with solutions for my future. Pension, retirement, and even property management.
So who helped you with all this?
Let's go, son. 2 more miles.
What's Leno?
Theodore Sweeting, who is the CEO of the local organizing committee, and Nikita Thompson, who is the Chief Administrative Officer as well as Public Relations for the local organizing committee. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. It's awesome to be here.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have you. So tell me all about the Caribbean Baseball Cup.
Well, the Caribbean Baseball Cup kicks off next week, starting on Wednesday, the 23rd, and we have 5 countries coming in to play Team Bahamas. I like to say play Team Bahamas, you know, so. We have Cuba, the U.S. Virgin Islands, the Dominican Republic, St. Martin, and Curacao. Yeah, and so these are the 5 countries that are going to come in to compete to be the champion of the Caribbean. And what we said is we have the powerhouse here, which is Cuba, and you also have the Dominican Republic. They're the powerhouses of our region in baseball. So it's going to be an exciting event next week, kicking off on Wednesday. We have 3 games set, already set on our schedule to kick off the tournament, and then we go into our opening ceremonies at 6:30 on Wednesday, and then we have the big matchup between the Bahamas and the U.S. Virgin Islands. So we want all of our Bahamians to come on out for opening ceremonies as well as to watch Team Bahamas.
All right. And what can everybody expect from this experience? I know you spoke to the opening ceremonies and, of course, wanting to see Team Bahamas. But talk about the Cup as, you know, for somebody who's coming out.
Okay, so this is actually the 6th edition of this tournament, and so we're so excited. This is the 2nd time that the Bahamas is actually hosting the Caribbean Baseball Cup. We did it back in December 2022 when we opened the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium. So it's indeed a pleasure for us to host for the 2nd time. So as Teddy indicated, we have top baseball countries coming, namely Cuba and the DR, and also Curacao. So within the region, they're the top 3 from a world ranking perspective, right? So you can expect, in terms of the actual play, most of the teams are bringing in their professional baseball players. So of course, Team Bahamas will have the majority of their baseball players in the minor leagues within the U.S. and some collegiate athletes as well. So it's really going to be a very exciting and competitive tournament.
I love it. You know, I love that you mentioned the fact that Team Bahamas is bringing in our talent from the minor leagues because we're starting. I mean, I can't say that we're a powerhouse like Cuba or the Dominican Republic, but you know, the Bahamas is really making a name for itself on the professional baseball scene. You know,
the whole thing with baseball for us is we on a road to become that powerhouse. We started back in 2022 when we hosted the first event. Our goal as a federation and then as a local organizing committee is to continue to raise the ranking of the Bahamas so that we can be at that top level. As Nikita indicated, 3 of the top teams that are ahead of us in the ranking are coming down. That's Cuba, Dominican Republic, and Curacao. The other 2 teams, they're right below the Bahamas. So our goal is to continue to march up. And within this, we have all of our talent that are going to come in to support Team Bahamas, and that's from our professional level and our collegiate level. We cannot forget all our stars that are still sitting out there, like a Josh Chisholm, who's playing in the New York Yankees right now, third base. And they're in the championship series in Major League Baseball. And then we have on the next side an Anton Richardson, who's coaching with the New York Mets. So our talent pool right now in baseball is continuing to explode. We're excited about it, and we want to take it and nurture it and continue to draw it forward. But we want those Bahamians to come out, support your local talent as well as your professional ball players. A lot of them, they saw them as they grew up. But this is now that opportunity to see them at the top of their game playing against some of the best competition the Caribbean has to offer.
Okay, so we know the dates, you start on October 23rd and you end on the 28th.
Yes.
What does the schedule look like? Is it 1 game per day? And what time are these games taking place?
So from the 23rd to the 27th is the regular tournament games, and there are 3 games scheduled every day. The first game kicks off at 11 a.m., and then we have one right after the school time at 3 p.m., and then the night game starts at 7 p.m. On the opening night, as Teddy indicated, which is the 23rd, the night game will start at 7:30. And of course, at the end of the regular tournament games, we go into the championship games on the 28th. And there are 2 games scheduled, the bronze game and gold game. And both games will start at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. respectively. So we're really, really excited. And in addition to the baseball competition that everyone is expecting, we are pulling out something new for baseball here in the Bahamas. So we are bringing in entertainment. Sports isn't sports without entertainment today. So we have a real lineup of pure excitement for the non-traditional baseball spectators as well as the baseball community. So we're super excited about rolling out the 6th championship, this tournament.
Okay, so there's something for everyone.
Yes, there's something for everyone.
Speaking of coming out, how do we purchase tickets?
So tickets, we have 2 options. We have a box office right at the Andre Rogers Stadium, and the hours are 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday. We might consider opening tomorrow from 10 until 2. And then there's, of course, the online option at nsa-bahamas.com. So come on out. Tickets are rolling out as we speak, and so we're super, super excited.
Talk about, you mentioned the fact that so many of these young men grow up, you have the Freedom Farm, you have school, JVLN, you have school baseball team or softball teams and baseball teams. But just talk about how important it is for people to be present, to be supporting them. Obviously, this is something we love to cheer on Jazz, or we love to cheer on the ones who've made it to the major leagues. But these men are accomplishing great things in their own right. How important is it for the Bahamian public to come out to support them and to show that, we've been watching this whole time and we're just so proud of what you've become?
Well, the whole thing with sports gives you an opportunity to grow up and to become a good citizen from the standpoint of discipline, right? And so all of these young men have come up through these programs that you just mentioned, Freedom Farm, JBLN, we have the Community Baseball League, we have the Ed and Bristol Baseball League here in New Providence, and then we have all of our other leagues throughout the country. So these players have come out of that. And so what we want is for them now to be celebrated as they've tracked all of this time and reached to a level in baseball. They haven't made the majors, but a lot of them in the minor leagues, a lot of them in college. So this is now for your opportunity to watch them play at the top level. And so I encourage people to come out, and I encourage them to celebrate our talent that we have. But I will also talk about, as Nikita just said, in respect of the entertainment. We have another entertainment for them. And I want everybody to come and meet Baller the Pirate. So it's
Okay.
baseball, so we call him Baller the Pirate. That's our mascot. He's going to be all throughout the stadium. So all the kids that are going to come out are going to have a good time. He's going to be there. He's going to say, hey, Friday, just come and let's play some baseball. So I want them to come out, meet him, and enjoy themselves. Because we want to put entertainment on in the stands as well as entertainment on the field. So it's going to be a great opportunity.
Well, you know, certain Bahamians like myself would be curious, is there going to be food available? Is there going to be concessions on sale?
I can turn that over to them.
So yes, of course, the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium is quite a state-of-the-art setup. And so we have a whole floor section that's dedicated to concessions. So we have native food as well. There will be lots of food there. There's non-food and drink items on sale as well. And then, of course, we can't have a baseball game without a good drink, right? And I say that. So, of course, there's food, and there's food for everybody, the children as well as the parents. So we're super excited about that. I want to say, though, that we have been working along with the Ministry of Education and the schools. And so we have created a package that allows students to come to the morning game and the afternoon game free of charge.
Oh, wow.
So we're super excited about that. And both the public school and the private schools have been responding very, very favorably. And so when you see the game start, you can look into the fans. The schools will be there in some form of uniform. So we're super excited to be partnering with the education, institutions to support this tournament as well.
I am so pleased just
Yes.
to see, first of all, there's something for everyone. We have
Yes.
whole families who could come out and have a
Yeah,
good time. But of course,
definitely.
we have every segment of society just
Yeah.
coming together. I know that this must be very expensive. Do you have any sponsors who are on board with you?
So yes, we do. We have been very, very fortunate. The corporate community throughout New Providence has been very supportive. We have small businesses, our security firm, Valor Security. We also have the Infinite Banners and Signs. So there are a number of small businesses that have come out in support. And of course, we can't leave out our top hitters. Breezes Super Clubs is the Mecca Athletes Village in New Providence. And so all teams will be hosted there, and they have partnered with us at quite a large amount. So we're happy with that. J.S. Johnson is also a partner, and then there are several other partners that we're super, super excited to be on board with.
Wow,
Yes.
I am so proud to see that
Yes.
Corporate Bahamas, big and small,
Yes.
has come out to support such an important cause, and I'm excited to see Team Bahamas do well.
Yeah.
And I know we don't want to remiss all of our fans in the Family Islands. All of our games will be broadcast live through ZNS production. So you can go online, go to R1 Live, and watch every game from morning till night. So all of them will be on pay-per-view for you to watch.
So there's no excuse not to
No
support.
excuse. You can celebrate Team Bahamas in the nighttime. Just go on R1 Live and watch the games.
I just have to put in one plug. So you mentioned ZNS. ZNS has also come on board as a partner, and we're so gracious to have them on board. They are doing the broadcasting for us, so we're really excited about that.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so many exciting things happening.
Yes.
We are out of time, but I just want to say thank you for coming on and just telling us all about the
Thank
Caribbean
you.
Baseball Cup.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Focall Holdings Limited is proud of its consistent growth and the financial success it continues to bring to many Bahamians who invest in the company. Focall is committed to ensuring optimal financial performance for its shareholders. Focall's leadership remains focused on superior customer service and operational excellence across all sectors. Focall, fueling growth for people.
We know how important collecting your money can be to the success of your business. Start your relationship with Fidelity today so that we can show you the many options available to you with our merchant services. From click and pay options online to merchant terminals and e-commerce options. We're here to help your business succeed. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit any of our branches.
African Things is your one-stop shop for everything African. Make a bold fashion statement with vibrant colors and intricate patterns inspired by the beauty of Africa. Find trendy contemporary looks for every occasion and enjoy custom tailoring. Shop jewelry, purses, art, cosmetics, and much more. African Things is located in the Dugard Plaza, Palmdale, next to McDonald's. Open Tuesday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come get your African Things. Good morning and welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're update early on another fantastic Friday, and we're at the mid-show, and you stuck with us. My name is Mark Daniels.
And I'm Gabrielle Gardner, hoping that you are still having a happy Friday.
A happy of happiest Fridays. It's a wet Friday morning. We're going to have a little more wind and rain throughout the day, which means you got to drive carefully. Doesn't mean you have to get out of bed. This is the ultimate bad weather, so make sure you hit that alarm. Don't hit the snooze. Get up. You got to put your phone across the room. So you got to get up and turn it off, right?
Oh, I just have to shout out myself. I was very impressed with me this morning for going out. It was really raining. It was raining very hard when I left my house this morning. I'm like, all right, this is commitment. So I just want to pat myself on the shoulder.
Good job, Ab. Good job for being here. And good job to you guys for waking up. You might still be curled up in bed, just spending a couple of more minutes with us before you get up and get ready for work. Just remember when you head out on the road to drive carefully. And we had a great first half of the show. I enjoyed my discussion with DMR talking about the Anchor Awards. And so make sure you find yourself out there to celebrate all of our fishers, the legends, the newcomers, the innovators, all of us who like seafood, all of us who've been impacted by the cultural significance of our marine resources. Come on out and support that event November 16th.
I think that is so incredibly important. Literally, it's part of how we sustain ourselves. And so I think these unsung heroes should definitely be celebrated. And I got to speak about celebrating with the Caribbean Baseball Cup, which is coming back to the Bahamas for the second time in 6 years. And just, you know, all the great things that we can look forward to. We have some of our minor league players who are going to be coming back to compete to represent Team Bahamas, and so it should be an exciting show.
Should be. Baseball is on the rise, and we have lots of talent, and the only thing we need is for you, the Bahamian supporters, to be out there with your flag, your horn, your cowbell, and your vibes. Bring the energy, because it translates to the field directly to the players. So we'll see you there at the Baseball Cup starting on October 23rd. It's the weekend, everybody, but before we get to that, we got more in our second half. We're going to look back at that interview we had with Bahamar featuring their Culinary and Arts Festival, kicking off next week, October 22nd to the 27th.
And I'm going to chat with Carlisle Bethel about the newest Doctors Hospital location. But before we get into that, we're going to take our second look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
This is Weather at Sunrise.
Thank you, Gabrielle. Good morning, Bahamas. Yes, second look at weather at sunrise, the tropics, and we still more near two systems. We have a poorly defined trough of low pressure that's producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms extending from the northern Leeward Islands in the western Atlantic. This system has a low or 10% chance of development over the next 7 days. And then widespread showers and thunderstorms associated with a broad area of low pressure in the northwestern Caribbean Sea has some chance of development over the next 7 days, up to 50%. Elsewhere, tropical storm formation expected during the next 7 days. On the local scene, we have the quasi-stationary frontal boundary, and that's triggering off showers and thunderstorms across the northwest and central Bahamas, and also that high pressure is triggering off some strong gusty winds across the islands through the weekend, and so he's asking small craft operators to remain in port. Today, those winds blowing northeasterly at 20 to 25 knot, seas 7 to 10 feet with northwest Bahamas, 15 to 20 knot, seas 4 to 7 feet over the central and southeastern islands. Tomorrow, those winds northeasterly at 15 to 25 knot, seas 6 to 9 feet with northwest and central Bahamas, 15 to 20 knot, seas 4 to 7 feet over the southeastern islands. Then on Sunday, those winds continue northeasterly at 15 to 20 knots, seas 4 to 7 feet. Your tides. You can expect a high tide at 8:53 this morning. Your next low tide will be at 3:20 this afternoon. High again tonight at 9:13. Sunset 6:38 this evening. Rising more at 7:10. UV index 8. Your water temperature 84 degrees Fahrenheit. And your moon phase full moon. As you do the weekend, you're going to watch that frontal boundary moving up and down across the central and northwest Bahamas. We don't expect some improvement over the northwest Bahamas. Still cloudy over the central and southeastern, have some showers and thunderstorms. The temperature daytime will be in the mid-upper 80s at daytime, at nighttime in the mid-70s. That puts her up when you follow good weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Gabrielle.
Doctors Hospital is evolving and rapidly expanding. Here to talk with me about this is the manager of LAMP, Mr. Carlisle Bethel. Welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes, so talk a little bit about, or remind our viewers, because we are familiar with LAMP, but some of us may have forgotten what it's all about. Remind us what LAMP is.
So LAMP is a membership program that's, in its most simplified definition, it's made to provide accessible, affordable healthcare coverage for individuals who sign up. It's a monthly plan, similar to how you would pay your phone bill every month, and it comes inclusive with a set list of services and discounts on Doctors Hospital, at all Doctors Hospital facilities.
Why was this such an important initiative for Doctors Hospital Health System?
It's important because, you know, Doctors Hospital has been expanding rapidly, as you mentioned. We've built a number of outpatient clinics. Before, Doctors Hospital was just the main hospital. But now we have clinics that are state-of-the-art, brand new, quality service, quality care. And we have facilities all over this country now. We have Exuma, Grand Bahama, building one in Rock Sound, Eleuthera. We have facilities on Paradise Island, DH West. And what we realized and what we hope to do is to use this LAMP program to now make it easier for people to access our services at these facilities. And we found that the best way to stay out of the hospital is your preventative care, your annual checkups, making sure you have your urgent care coverage, and LAMP is meant to provide an avenue to do that.
Talk about, I know I can speak for myself, you know, I was able to go to the clinic in the West. One evening I had food poisoning, so it was after 7, where most clinics, or a lot of clinics, are closed at that hour, but I didn't want to go to the emergency room, so it was this nice in between where I could get quality medical care, but I didn't have to actually go to the hospital.
Exactly, and that's the brilliant part about it, because you get the same quality care, you get the same quality service. We have great physicians on staff, great nurses on staff that provide that quality care at all of the outpatient clinics. So as you mentioned, instead of having to go to the hospital in the middle of town, you can go to DH West and you have a full urgent care facility open after hours, and you get taken care of. And if you're a member of LAMP Ultimate, which is our newest plan for $119 a month, if it's something like a food poisoning, there's no extra cost to you.
Wow. Speak to the, I guess, accessibility in terms of costs. A lot of people don't pursue private medical care because they may not have insurance, they may not have, or just the resources to pay for certain things. Even if they do have insurance, the co-pays, X, Y, and Z. Talk about how LAMP makes this more, I guess, affordable.
Exactly. LAMP stands in the gap. We find there are a number of people who want insurance, who have it, and like you mentioned, there's a price crunch. It's tight, it's hard, it's difficult. LAMP is an alternative. It provides healthcare coverage up to a certain point. Doesn't cover emergency or catastrophic care, but your urgent care, your primary care services. I was a small business owner, and we had staff, and for example, we wanted to provide healthcare coverage for our staff, but we found it difficult, it was expensive. But LAMP gives small businesses and businesses in general an avenue to provide healthcare coverage for their staff. So if something does happen, if something does happen where they may get an accident, a fender bender, get whiplash, they can't come in, LAMP allows them to get taken care of, and that is a benefit that can be extended from businesses to their employees. So LAMP really provides a great avenue for accessibility and affordability to the great care that everyone knows Doctors Hospital provides.
So speak to the locations that are involved in this program.
This is all Doctors Hospital locations. We have, as I mentioned, we have clinics in Grand Bahama. We have two in Grand Bahama. We're building a hospital in Grand Bahama. We have a clinic on Exuma. We're opening up a clinic in Rock Sound, Eleuthera. We have about 6 or so clinics on New Providence. There's Paradise Island, there's DH West, there's the Centerville Medical Center. You have a Meldon, which does your labs and imaging services, our Carmichael facility. So Doctors Hospital is all about accessibility and affordability.
Okay, so you mentioned we're building a hospital in Grand Bahama, as well as we have Rock Sound. So which one is going to be considered the newest Doctors Hospital location?
Well, the newest Doctors Hospital location as of today, at what time is it? 6:30 a.m. in the morning, is Paradise Island Medical Center.
Okay.
And that is state of the art. And that was built to service the Bahamians that work, that live on Paradise Island. Because we know how difficult it is to sometimes come off your lunch break, 45 minutes, an hour, go over the bridge, go through town, get to a clinic, take your bloods or take your annuals, and try to get back to work. Now they could just take a short drive right to the Paradise Island Medical Center and get top quality care and head right back home or head right back to work. And then secondly, for visitors, we have tourists that come here that visit our shores, and we want to make sure that quality health care is available for them as well in the event of an accident.
That is just incredibly important. Have people already been in? What's the response been like from the visitors? Because I know sometimes that has been a challenge. Literally, I'll have friends who are like, do you know a doctor that I can go to? Who just aren't familiar with the island. So what's that response been like?
It's been great. It's been phenomenal. Like people trust Doctors Hospital. They know that we take the burden of patient care very seriously, and they trust Doctors Hospital. And so all we have to do is make the accessing of the services affordable and accessible. And we've found that through the LAMP program, for just $119 a month, you get access to full primary care coverage. You have unlimited primary care visits and a free annual physical. You have free imaging and labs. With LAMP Ultimate, you have urgent care in there, so you have 6 free urgent care visits a year. And there's a prescription pharmacy add-on which allows you to now get your prescription medication at a flat fee of $25 or a 30% discount. So we are making we are building this road, this avenue, to increase accessibility and affordability, and the response has been remarkable. We launched LAMP Ultimate just earlier this week, and the phones have been ringing. And in fact, we have a promotion for the first 1,000 people who do sign up. They get the first 3 months at a 25% discount. That means you get your access to the urgent care coverage for less than $100 a month.
Oh, wow. I mean, it's strange to have this conversation about healthcare. Like, this is a deal.
Yeah, it really is. And peace of mind is so valuable. And I think that, and I'm happy to be working for a company that takes healthcare as serious as it does, and that makes sure assists people in getting their peace of mind.
I love it. I think it's just so important to make quality healthcare accessible to Bahamians from all walks of life. Like you said, more often than not, hopefully, we all avoid the large catastrophes, but those little things, the sniffles, the food poisonings, the minor accidents, things like that. It's so great to be able to have an affordable recourse.
Exactly.
And that's close by.
Yes.
You mentioned, of course, that you have all these new locations popping up in the Family Islands. Why is it so important to Doctors Hospital to include those in our Family Islands?
The Bahamas is a connected group of islands, and as you mentioned, they're family as well. And Doctors Hospital knows the value of those connections. People travel back and forth, People have families on those islands, and we want to make sure, do our part to not just be a good sound business, but to be good corporate partners and community partners. We partner with community events and organizations all the time. And then of course, the family islands, we know that Bahamians are hardworking people. And we want to make sure, do our part to ensure that you can work hard with a peace of mind to know that we got you covered.
I love it. Very, very important. Doctors Hospital, making healthcare accessible for everyone.
There we go.
I just want to say thank you for joining us and telling us all about it.
Thank you so much. And for those who are interested, they can find out more information. Just go to doctorshosp.com/LAMP, find out more about the LAMP initiative. And if that doesn't work, just stop by any of our outpatient clinics and just look at the facilities. I guarantee you, it is top quality, top level service.
As it should be.
As it should be.
Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Thank you, Godfrey. It is October, and yes, it's time again for us to descend on Baha Mar for its 3rd annual Bahamas Culinary and Arts Festival, happening October 22nd through the 27th. And I am ready to eat and see wonderful things. We're going to hear all about that. We got Nadia Bo, she's the Director of Sales and Marketing. We have Brother John, he is the Executive Director of Arts and Culture. And we have Chef and Restaurateur Simeon Hall Jr. here to whip us up some food this morning, right? Welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. I looking for the stove, I looking for the fire, I looking for something. I know you usually do it down home style, so yeah, we got the logs out in the back on the.
Whenever you're ready.
We ready to go.
I'm ready.
Nadia, let's talk about the activities that's happening. What's going on at the Culinary and Arts Festival this year?
Well, thank you so much for having us this morning. There is so much going on actually. So this year we've actually started from October 22nd to the 27th, as you mentioned. So we've expanded from a 3-day festival to a 6-day festival. Woo. So we actually kick off with Daniel Ballou's signature truffle dinner. That's happening on Tuesday. So that one, unfortunately, right now is already sold out. You know, that was a hot seller. And then we have Marcus. He has his own chef's table on Wednesday. Thursday, we have more activations. Friday, which everybody has been asking about, is our Welcome Beach Party featuring a performance by Sir Rod Stewart.
Oh,
so that one is actually a huge deal. That happens over at the Baja Bay Wave Lagoon. So, you know, you get to come out there, eat, drink. It's all inclusive. The SLS team will be out there with all of their favorite restaurants. So Karna, Cleo, Kitsuya, Philia. You also have Marcus represented out there as well. So it's just a full agenda of events throughout the entire weekend. We have so much going on. And the best thing to do is check out our website, festival.bahamar.com, and you'll be able to see and plan out and curate your weekend to exactly what you want it to be. So we've brought back all of the chefs. So we have Marcus Samuelson, we have Dario from Karna, Kitsuya. We also have Amanda Freitag, Carla Hall, our wonderful chef Simeon Hall Jr. Barat. And we have introduced Manit Shahoon. She's from Chopped. So she'll be coming down this year. And we've expanded our beverage component as well. So we actually have invited Mr. Mix himself, so Marv Cunningham. He'll be there and he'll be hosting some events as well. So we're actually super excited for this year.
I am excited. I'm ready to go now.
Please.
And
You're invited.
I'm going to be there. This feels like the foodie time of year.
Yes.
This feels like the art time of year. There's lots of events happening. What is it about this event that's different? What is it about the Bahama Culinary and Arts Festival?
So
that
I
stands
think for us, what we pride ourselves on is that we want to ensure that we showcase the best of not only international talent, but Bahamian talent. So we go out there, we try to find, the best of the best here locally, whether that be food, beverage, arts, visual arts, like all different types of principles that we want to kind of reach out there. So we do want the locals to come on down and experience what we have to offer. On Saturday and Sunday in the Expo, which is over at the Convention Center, we've invited local vendors, artisans, so you will see places like the New Duff, you'll see Relish Socks, you'll see House of Assembly, the Straw Lady, all things straw. So we want everybody to come down and see all of that we have to offer.
I love it. It seems like I just need to get a room at Bahama and just stay there for the week,
You can
right?
have a listen, funny you mentioned that. So the Grand Hyatt actually has a room package.
There you go.
If you do purchase a room over that weekend, you get 2 gold weekend passes in your package.
Oh, there you go. Or I could just go and camp out in the art gallery.
It's huge enough to do that, actually. So John will talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So we know that art is a big part of this week, stimulating the visuals. Tell us, what can we expect during this week?
Yeah, so we are, as part of, Nadia already mentioned that the festival is now 6 days as opposed to 3. So the first 3 days will be focused on the Fuse Caribbean Art Fair, which is, we're very excited about that. Bahama has always pushed art and culture as being a part of the DNA of the experience there. And this just kind of further elevates that. Last year, for people who were there, we had 7 countries represented throughout the region. We had 20 booths. This year we have 40. We have about 38 booths with over 40 exhibitors, over 70 artists coming from 14 countries now. So, it's going to be everybody that who is kind of moving and shaking in the Bahamian art scene, plus a bunch of artists that you don't know from the region, and some from the States, and some from Mexico, and different places like that. So I think it's really, really, I'm excited by it. We have a whole lot of programming on those first 3 days. We have artist talks, we have demonstrations, we are offering, we really want to bring school kids into the space because of course it's on a Wednesday and most people are at work. Bahamians are going to be at work and they can't come first thing in the morning, but we want to bring school kids through. But for us, the big thing is it's a paradigm shift. We're trying to redefine how people see the Bahamas, and not only through the sun, sand, and sea. We're really trying to bring art and culture and history. We were just discussing how rich the Bahamas is, even beyond to the average Bahamian doesn't really understand how complex we are as people in our own history, and these platforms afford us opportunities to be able to do that. One of the highlights is we have this film called The Virtuoso from Small Hope, which is a documentary from Kevin Taylor about Joseph Spence, and that's going to be, we have a Q&A, we're going to be screening that film. We have all kinds of different things. Chris Distillians and Bassa Band will be playing something special for us on one of the days. It's exciting. We got lots of good stuff.
So it sounds like I'm going to be staying in the art gallery for the week.
I think so. It's large enough to accommodate you.
Yeah, that's okay. I just need a corner, and I can just rest my head on a book.
And then Chef Simeon Jr. can cook for you.
Breakfast, chef. Tell us what's happening this week. What are you doing during the festival?
Well, first of all, I'm so excited to be back. This is my 3rd year, and in the Bahamas, 3 straight is a big deal.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited, and to see that it's growing even bigger this year.
Yeah.
The components of culture are going to be represented. Anybody who knows culture knows that culture is food, art, and music, and we're going to have all 3 there. And when it comes to the food side, then we can show off.
We ready.
We can make sure they know and understand that Bahamian food is something to be celebrated.
Yes.
And so from creating new dishes to making interpretations of the classics, that's what we're going to focus on. And so many of my colleagues are excited, and we've been able to make sure that we have local ingredients, local farmers, local artisans are going to be represented at this event.
I love that. And when we're talking about the culinary arts, the visual arts, we're aligning Bahamian talent with the international talent. What is it that stands out about Bahamian cuisine? People come and they taste a true down-home dish. What is it that jumps at them? What do they remember?
Well, you know, that's a whole show within itself. If you know me, I can talk about Bahamian food all the time, but the way that we present and season our food is very unique. We just put lime on everything, we just pepper salt up everything, and all of those things that we traditionally do, me and my team and the people at SLS and all of the Bahamians that are going to be at this event, you know how we can carry on. And we want people to be excited about that. We want to show the visiting chefs how influential our cuisine is, and then we just want to have a good time and, you know, bring your stretchy pants.
Exactly.
Because you can eat plenty.
I can leave my lime and pepper home because it sounds like we can have that straight. So for somebody who's never been to this festival, what can they expect? What's festival etiquette? How do I get the most out of this week?
So, happy you asked. I think the best thing that you can do after you go on the website, check out the schedule, we have some awesome packages for you, right? So to make it a little bit easier and kind of get you over to all of our flagship events, we have something that we have described as the weekend pass, right? So with the weekend pass, you actually get the access to the Welcome Beach Party featuring Sir Rod Stewart. That's all inclusive. Then you have the after party, which is Marcus After Dark, and that's held at Marcus. Again, all food and drinks included. On Saturday evening, you get to go to a signature chef hosted dinner of your choice. That starts at 7 p.m. And then Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. over at the Convention Center, you can actually enjoy more food, more drinks, more art, more artisans all day in the weekend pass. So like that's the best bang for your buck. That starts at $5.99 plus VAT per person. And I feel like when you go to dinner, you spend about $200 to $300 each anyway. So for $5.99 to get Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all inclusive, I think that's a steal.
And you get to sleep in the art gallery, right?
And you can sleep in the corner by John. That's easy.
So for those of us who are ready to purchase our tickets, they're ready to be a part of it, how do we find out more information?
Just head to festival.bahamar.com.
Celebrating culture at the Bahama Culinary and Arts Festival. I like the way you put it. Culture is food, music, art. So we can see it, we can taste it, and then we can feel it. We're so excited. We're looking forward to that week. I'll be there in my sleeping bag. Appreciate you all. We'll see you all at the kickoff on October 22nd. Thanks for being here this morning, Mamas at Sunrise.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. You're watching Mamas at Sunrise. Get ready. Food coming in hot. We'll be right back.
It has been a fabulous Friday here on Bahamas at Sunrise. So many exciting things happening in our community. Events coming up that we could support, whether it's our local talent, talent from abroad, whether it's food, sports, marine fisheries. There's something for everybody to celebrate. And so hopefully you will join in.
Yeah, a lot happening this weekend, everybody. It's going to be rainy, it's going to be wet, but make sure you take the time to relax, sleep in, visit the farmers markets. There's lots of events going on around town. But just be kind to yourself, be gracious. Remember, everybody carrying a little bit of something. Look out for your mental health. There are some of us who are mourning the loss of a loved one. There are those who are celebrating life. Wherever you find yourself, live in the moment. Have a good cry this weekend. Sometimes you just need a good cry. Flush yourself out. We can see y'all on Monday. Enjoy your weekend.